Hey there, and welcome back to Healing Minds, where we help you better understand yourself and the people around you. Let us ask you something. Do you ever feel your heart race before walking into a room full of people? Or maybe you avoid making phone calls, talking to strangers, or even ordering food in public. If you've ever been told you're just shy, but deep down you know it's more than that, this video is for you. A lot of people confuse shyness with social anxiety, but they're not the same thing. Shyness is a personality trait, feeling awkward or reserved in social settings. It's usually short-lived and situation-specific. But social anxiety is a mental health condition, deeper, more persistent, and much harder to manage without support. You might feel consumed by fear, worry, or even physical symptoms just thinking about social interaction. It's not about being antisocial. It's about being overwhelmed by the idea of being judged, embarrassed, or rejected. And understanding this difference is key, because once you can name it, you can begin to work through it. In this video, we'll walk you through 8 signs that what you're experiencing may be more than just shyness. As always, this video is for educational purposes only and shouldn't be used for self-diagnosis. If you relate to these signs, please consider speaking with a licensed mental health professional. You deserve support, and healing is possible. Now let's take a closer look at the signs of social anxiety and how they show up in everyday life. Number 1, you're always self-conscious. Do you constantly feel like everyone's watching and judging your every move? One major indicator of social anxiety is an intense fear of being negatively evaluated. You might obsess over how you walk, talk, or even how you're sitting. Every small gesture or word feels like a potential trigger for embarrassment. Unlike shyness, which is situational, this worry sticks around all the time. You might replay conversations in your head, analyzing if you came off as weird. Even after a casual chat, you may feel like you said something wrong. It's exhausting to always feel on display, like you're under a microscope. This fear isn't just uncomfortable, it can be paralyzing. You avoid eye contact not out of rudeness but out of fear. You worry that people think you're awkward or annoying. Even compliments might make you feel scrutinized instead of happy. This constant self-awareness turns every interaction into a source of stress. You don't just fear embarrassing yourself, you expect it. And it makes socializing feel like an impossible task. Number 2, your anxiety feels out of hand. It's natural to feel nervous in unfamiliar situations like starting a new job. But social anxiety blows that nervousness out of proportion. You may feel intense dread just thinking about a phone call or saying hello. Simple things like ordering food or making small talk become nerve-wracking. There's a looming fear that you'll mess up and everyone will notice. Even when there's no real threat, your body reacts as if you're in danger. Your heart races, your palms sweat, and you feel like running away. You might know your fear is irrational, but that doesn't make it go away. It can feel like you're constantly bracing for impact in every social situation. And even if the situation goes fine, the anxiety doesn't just stop. You worry about how you came off, what people thought, and what happens next. It creates a cycle of fear that feeds into itself. You begin to avoid situations just to escape the anxiety. It's not just being shy, it's feeling powerless over your own emotions. And that powerlessness can start to control your life. Number 3, it interferes with your performance. Do you find it hard to perform well at school or work because of your anxiety? Social anxiety can sabotage your efforts even when you're capable and prepared. You might skip school presentations or stay silent in group discussions. Raising your hand or sharing an idea can feel like too big of a risk. Not because you don't know the answer, but because you fear how it'll be received. You might worry about sounding stupid or being laughed at. At work, you avoid giving input in meetings even when you have great ideas. You dread being noticed even for doing something right. You may turn down promotions or leadership roles out of fear. Even writing emails or making phone calls can feel overwhelming. This avoidance limits your potential and keeps you from growing. Your skills and talents stay hidden behind a wall of anxiety. It's not laziness or lack of ambition, it's fear standing in the way. And the longer it continues, the more it chips away at your confidence. Social anxiety becomes not just a mental barrier, but a roadblock to success. Number 4, it affects your relationships. Social anxiety doesn't just make socializing difficult, it can deeply affect how you form and maintain relationships. Even around friends or family you've known for years, you may still feel anxious or tense. This constant nervousness might make you appear distant or uninterested even when you care deeply. You may find yourself declining invitations, avoiding deep conversations, or withdrawing from people altogether. It's not because you don't want to connect, it's because your fear holds you back. You're scared of saying the wrong thing, of being judged, or of making a fool of yourself. Small interactions like texting back or making plans might feel overwhelmingly stressful. Even when others try to get close, you might push them away just to avoid the anxiety. This can make friendships feel shallow and relationships fragile. You might worry constantly that people secretly dislike you or are pretending to care. And sadly, this belief can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. People might pull back, not knowing you're struggling, which reinforces your fears. Social anxiety can convince you you're unlovable or too much work to be around. But the truth is, you're not broken, you just need patience, understanding, and support. And with help, meaningful relationships are absolutely possible. Number 5, it doesn't go away with familiarity. For shy individuals, discomfort usually fades as they warm up to people or settings. But with social anxiety, that unease sticks around, no matter how familiar the environment. You could be with your closest friends or family and still feel on edge. Even after years of knowing someone, you may still fear they're judging you. This kind of anxiety isn't logical, it lingers even when you're loved and accepted. You might replay conversations in your head, worrying you said something wrong, or feel embarrassed over the tiniest things long after others have forgotten. It's like your brain doesn't register safety even in safe places. This can make maintaining relationships exhausting, both emotionally and mentally. You may also feel guilty for not being able to just relax around loved ones. But again, this isn't something you're doing wrong. It's your nervous system staying in overdrive out of fear of rejection or embarrassment. And unfortunately, repeated reassurance from others often doesn't ease the worry. It's not about trust, it's about your brain perceiving social danger where there isn't any. Recognizing this can be the first step toward finding peace in connection. Number 6, you overanalyze everything. After any social interaction, do you find yourself replaying it in your head over and over again? You might obsess over things you said, how you said them, or how others reacted. Something as small as a delayed reply or a neutral facial expression can send your mind spiraling. You wonder, did I say something wrong? Or do they secretly hate me now? Even when there's no real reason to worry, the doubt gnaws at you. Social anxiety turns minor moments into mental marathons. You scan for signs of disapproval and invent problems that likely don't exist. And because your brain is constantly in analysis mode, you feel emotionally drained. This can even lead to avoiding future interactions to escape the cycle of rumination. You might fear being too much or awkward even if others didn't notice anything wrong. Ironically, your overthinking stems from how much you care about connecting with people. But it ends up making you feel isolated and insecure. The goal isn't to stop caring, it's to care without fear controlling you. Mindfulness techniques and therapy can help break the overthinking loop. Because you deserve peace of mind, especially when you're doing your best. Number 7, you avoid social situations. When social anxiety becomes intense, the easiest option feels like avoiding everything. You may turn down invites, cancel plans last minute, or show up late to avoid attention. Sometimes just the thought of interacting can make your heart race. Even events that are meant to be joyful, like parties or celebrations, feel terrifying. You sit out on opportunities not because you don't want to go, but because the fear is too loud. And when you do attend, you may stay quiet, stick to the corner, or leave early. Avoidance becomes a coping mechanism, but it often reinforces the anxiety. The less you interact, the scarier it becomes to try again next time. You miss chances to build connections, which deepens the loneliness. And that loneliness can lead to frustration, guilt, and self-criticism. You might think, why can't I just be normal? Or why is this so hard for me? But social anxiety is not a weakness, it's a condition rooted in how your brain processes threat. Avoidance isn't laziness, it's a protective strategy your mind has developed. With compassion, support, and gradual exposure, you can regain your confidence. Step by step, the world can become a little less intimidating. Number 8, you have physical symptoms. Social anxiety isn't just mental, it can show up in your body too. Maybe your hands get sweaty, your heart races, or your stomach churns in social settings. You might feel dizzy, short of breath, or like your throat is closing up. Some even experience shaking, muscle tension, or nausea. These symptoms aren't imagined, they're very real responses to perceived danger. Your body reacts as if you're under physical threat, even if you're just talking to someone. This can be incredibly frustrating, especially when you know you're safe. But your nervous system doesn't distinguish between emotional and physical threats. These reactions can make you even more anxious, creating a vicious cycle. You might fear people will notice your symptoms, which adds another layer of stress. Or worse, you might feel like you're going to pass out or have a panic attack. Over time, this can make social situations feel unbearable. But with tools like breath work, grounding techniques, or professional support, symptoms can ease. You don't have to live in fear of your own body's reactions. With help, you can teach your body to feel calm even when your mind feels uncertain. If you found yourself nodding along to several of these signs, please know you're not alone. Social anxiety can feel isolating, but millions of people around the world are living with the same struggles. And having it doesn't mean you're broken, weak, or incapable of forming meaningful connections. It simply means your mind and body are working overtime to protect you from perceived rejection or judgment. But there is hope. Social anxiety is highly treatable with the right support, tools, and understanding. Whether it's therapy, mindfulness, self-help strategies, or talking to someone you trust, it all makes a difference. And the fact that you're learning more about yourself today is already a powerful first step. Everyone's journey looks different, so take things at your own pace. Progress doesn't have to be perfect. Healing takes time, and it's okay to celebrate small wins along the way. We hope this video helped shed some light on the challenges of social anxiety and how it's more than just being shy. Let us know in the comments if any of these points resonated with you. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. If you think someone you care about might benefit from this, please consider sharing it with them too. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss future content. We're here to support your mental health journey one video at a time. Thank you for watching, take care of yourself, and we'll see you in the next one.